Hi everybody, it's Eric Kosiński here, and if you are an ad agency owner managing at least 20 ad accounts, then you're going to love what I'm about to show you, because over the next few minutes you will learn how you and your team can save at least 50 hours every month. So let's get started. Most ad agencies typically have at least three types of employees or team members who log into accounts every single day. So first of all, we have media buyers or marketing specialists, and they would log into ad accounts every single day, every single morning, basically to check if campaigns are within KPIs. Then we have then we have account managers, and account managers are more client facing, and they would basically log into those accounts to check things like account balances. If accounts are not running out of funds, they would check for any potential failed payments. Or for example, a client wanted to launch a new campaign by Wednesday, and they would log in on Tuesday or Wednesday to check if that campaign is up and running. And all sorts of client-facing activities. And lastly, we have department heads, managers, team leaders, or even the CEO. And their job is to sort of keep a finger on the pulse and just to oversee the entire operation. And in larger agencies, you may have more departments and even more roles, but the process is still pretty much the same. And the point is, it's very, very time consuming to log into those other accounts every single day and check all of this information, especially if campaigns are on multiple platforms, like for example, Meta and Google, maybe TikTok, and so on. And recently I had the opportunity to help an ad agency that manages over 40 accounts build this spreadsheet / automation that you can see on my screen right now. Now I had to blur the information on the left side, which is client names, campaign names, ad account IDs, and campaign IDs. This is sort of sensitive information. And on the right side, so column E, F, G, and H, I kept that exactly as is. So this is real data. And I will explain that in a second. But what I did basically was create an automation that pulls all the KPIs from ad accounts and from campaigns on a daily basis, so every single morning. And you can even schedule this to run every few minutes. And it then takes the data and organizes this within this spreadsheet. I also applied custom formatting to highlight anything that's outside of KPIs, and I will explain that in a second, basically to allow, to notify the right people and to give them the opportunity to spot all of those issues quickly and be able to react to them quickly. Okay, so that was sort of like a very high level overview. And now let me walk you through how it all works in detail. So like I said before, the automation opens the spreadsheet every morning, and it can even run every few minutes, or it can also run on demand, and it then scans the spreadsheet and looks for ad account IDs, campaign IDs. You can even add ad sets or individual ads, so you can go very deep into this. And once it has those IDs, it then logs into Meta in this case, but it can also work for Google, and it then pulls data from relevant ad accounts and relevant campaigns. And then custom formatting, which is what you can see within column E and H, it highlights cells that require attention or highlights cells that are outside of KPI. So just to show you, just to give you an example, in column E, we show the ad spend from yesterday, and if it's red, like right here, it basically means that that the spend was much lower than the daily budget. And that basically indicates that either a campaign was disapproved or a payment failed. If it's orange, it means that no money was spent yesterday. In column F, we can see the ad spend for the last 7 days. The column H shows the average cost per lead for the same period, last 7 days. And in column, that was column G, and in column H, again, we have custom formatting. And in column H, if it's green, it basically means that this particular campaign is within KPI, Orange is basically like a warning sign where a campaign is technically still within KPI, but it's getting very close to becoming too expensive. So it's sort of like a danger zone. And red means an immediate action is needed. And we can even trigger automations like notifications or Slack messages, or even create tasks in Notion or some other project management software to alert the relevant team members. And these KPIs are actually tailored for a high-ticket B2B lead gen company, but you could easily adapt this automation for, say, e-commerce campaigns. You could add more columns, create more complex automations, and so on. And in terms of business outcomes, so there are three main business outcomes. First of all, this automation saves this particular client, who again manages over 40 ad accounts, more than 50 hours per month. And if you are using Google Ads, then my guess is it would be at least twice as much, if not more. Secondly, it improves client results because it reduces the time to react. So with so many campaigns, it's very easy to miss one that's falling outside of KPI, and instead of noticing something immediately, it's very easy to not notice it for the first 2 or 3 days. But with this automation, it's almost impossible to overlook anything. And lastly, and this is a bit harder to measure, but this system gives the department heads, the managers, and CEOs much greater peace of mind because they know that everything is under control. And even if a certain campaign is outside of KPI, at least they are confident that the right employees, the right team members would notice this very, very quickly, and they will react and fix it quickly, which gives them this sense of security and control. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you believe your business is ready to be transformed by an AI-driven workforce, then reach out to us via email. You can use this email that you can see on the screen right now, and let's just have a quick chat. And thank you so much. Cheers.